Alongside head Javelina football coach Daren Wilkinson, I'm Mark and Sarah for Javelina Athletics. And another home game on the docket for you guys, Coach. It's homecoming this weekend with Tarleton coming in. Is the homecoming week hold a little more significance than any other week?
Yeah, it's special because we got a lot of players that come back, both the players from the old past as well as guys that we've coached here. And it'll be fun to have people come back and be able to talk with them again. See if we can get that stadium rocking.
Spend a little time with them going down memory lane.
Exactly.
What are your goals for this team over the course of the last month of this season?
Just to get better, to fix the things that we seem to have broken this season. The things that are biting us, and it's stuff that we're causing. The turnovers and on offense, and then allowing big plays on defense, and both of those things. It's a cumulative effort. The interceptions, obviously the quarterback gets those on their stats, but it's a thing where is the offensive line doing their job, are the running backs doing their job of protection, are the receivers running their routes to the right depth and doing things. And so it's a cumulative effort, and unfortunately those things show up about 2 or 3 times a week where for whatever reason all 11 guys aren't working at the same pace. And the same thing on defense. When we give up big plays, we're out of a gap, or we have a safety that eyes are in the wrong place, and we need to fix just the little details, because those things obviously they show up big in the score sheet, and that was causing us to lose football games.
How do you guys, as a coaching staff, make sure that frustration is kind of channeled in the right way towards putting more time in on the field or in the weight room, rather than simply just becoming another reason or a reason to not work hard or to kind of throw your hands up?
Well, that's the thing. We don't know any better than to just keep on working, and I think our players they recognize that, and they do the same thing. I haven't sensed that practice has been any different these last couple of weeks as far as the effort. In fact, we've kind of tried to turn it up more and more and grind them a little bit more. And so I think we're doing all right with that. We just need to keep on working.
Obviously, this is a really good Tarleton team coming in here with an excellent quarterback at the helm, a guy like Ben Holmes. But you guys are pretty used to preparing for ranked teams playing in this conference. What are the goals you have for this team over the course of this week of preparation?
Well, like you said, every week there's good football teams that we play, and Tarleton brings a challenge that's a little bit different from some of the other teams. They're probably a little bit more physical up front with their offensive line, and they create some things in the run game which cause you to buckle down and play the run, and then they've got their quarterback and 2 or 3 wide receivers that just give you nightmares and keep you from sleeping at night. And so they present some challenges because they've got weapons all over the place on offense. And the thing that people don't think about also is, because their offense is so explosive, is how good their defense is. I mean, they've got probably the best secondary that we'll face. They've got a really athletic defensive front. Their front 7 with their linebackers, and so it's a challenge in all phases of the game. And I think special teams is a thing they do very well also. And so we've got to rise to the challenge here.
You've got a run game that's been pretty productive the last 2 weeks. How much leaning on that run game do you think you guys will do on Saturday?
Well, we're getting better, and the biggest thing, whether it's running the ball or just completing the ball, we need to control the tempo of this game. Control the clock and see if we can keep our defense off the field as much as possible because of what they do on offense. But the run game, you always want to be able to run the football, but we need to take advantage of things that we get in the passing game as well.
Part of that's going to obviously start in the first quarter. This is a Tarleton team that's outscored opponents by more than 100 points in the first quarter. What is it that they do kind of right off the jump that makes it so – that allows them to get out in front early in so many of these games?
They're just really, really good. They've probably got the 2 best receivers in our conference, maybe the most explosive running back, and probably the best quarterback. You have that combination, and it's pretty deadly as far as the way they light the scoreboard up. And so we need to play our assignments and keep our eyes in the right place. And like I said, on the offensive side, we need to help our defense out by eliminating 3 and outs and just kind of trying to control the clock as much as we can.
Well, Coach, best of luck. Thanks for the time.
I appreciate it.